Today, you're going to learn some common everyday phrases that you hear all across the UK. Maybe in a shop, maybe on a bus, or maybe while you're watching a TV show. What's really important is this lesson will stop you sounding like a robot.
That's not what I was built for.
Because you're going to learn how to pronounce these English phrases using fast connected speech, just like a native British speaker. This will make you easier to understand during an English conversation, and also you'll understand British people easier when they're talking to you. As a bonus, you'll be able to use these techniques to pronounce other English words and phrases that you already know far more naturally than you do now. Hi, I'm Steve. Let's do this. Our first English phrase that you hear every day in the UK is, what have you been up to? This is a question that's often asked as a form of greeting. It means you want them to tell you what's been happening in their life since you last met. To say this naturally with fast connected speech, what have you been up to becomes what you been up to. Let me explain how to make these sounds. What you been up to. At the end of what, start saying the T and then stop it almost as soon as you start. So it sounds like this. What? What? You try. What? Next, join the have and the you together and it becomes this sound. Ch. Ch. You try. Ch. So far we have watcha, watcha. You try, watcha. Next, replace the long E sound in been with the short I sound. So been becomes bin. Bin. You try, bin. Now we can join this word to the next one, up, and we do this by moving the n, the n, the n sound, from the end of bin to the front of up. So it becomes bin up, bin up. Say it a little faster, bin up, bin up. You try, bin up. And we'll leave the two as it is. So altogether we have what you been up to? What you been up to? You try. What you been up to? Can you feel how more natural and fast that sounds? Especially compared with what have you been up to? What you been up to? Hi Kerry, it's Steve.
Hi Steve.
What you been up to? Now you can use our next English phrase to reply. Not much you. But of course in fast connected speech, not much you. Now to change this, let's start with the word not. And we're going to use the same technique as we used in the last phrase with the word what. We're going to start to say that last T, the T sound, and then stop it almost straight away. So it sounds like this, not, not. Native English speakers will also join the much to the you, and they do this by not pronouncing the Y, that disappears, and moving the ch sound over. So it becomes muchu, muchu. Say it a little faster, muchu. You try, muchu. So the whole thing, not much you. Hi Kerry, it's Steve.
Hi Steve.
What you been up to?
Not much you.
Our next phrase is do you want? To say this using natural fast English, do and the you are changed and they just become the j sound. J. So it's not do you, it's just j. You try, j. So the whole phrase is, d'you want? Notice the T on the end of want is pronounced because it's at the end of the sentence. D'you want? You try. Try saying it that way for these sentences. Do you want a job? Do you want more time? Do you want a drink? Do you want to press the like button? Do you want to go shopping? Our next phrase is another question, but it's a little longer. Do you think it will brighten up later on? This is used in connection with the weather, and you know British people love talking about the weather. You hear it when the weather is bad, maybe raining, maybe cloudy, and it's used to ask the other person if they think the weather will get better, or will the sun come out. We can connect lots of words in this phrase to make it sound fast and natural. Let's start at the end with later on. And we can do this by moving the R sound from the end of later to the front of the O, the R sound of on. So it becomes later, ron. Later, ron. Say it a little faster. Later on. You try. Later on. Next, we'll do the same with brighten up. So let's move the N, the N sound from the end of brighten, to the front of the U, the sound, at the start of up. So it becomes brighten up. Brighten up. Squash them together. Brighten up. You try. Brighten up. So far we've got brighten up later on. You try. Brighten up later on. Now let's change the word will. And we do this by not pronouncing the letter W. And we change the I, the I sound, to the schwa sound. That's that magical little sound that's so common in English. If you want to find out more about it, check out this lesson on the site. But briefly, all you do is rest your tongue in the bottom of your mouth and from here make this little noise. That's the schwa sound, the most common sound in the whole of the English language. So the word will is simply pronounced ul. You try. Ul. In fast natural English speech, the word it is commonly pronounced as just I. But that sound is more than just not pronouncing the T. It's starting to pronounce it and then stopping it here in your throat, like this. I. I. You try. I. So if we join that with the word will, it now sounds like it'll. You try. It'll. If you're struggling to make that sound when they're joined together, try saying uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. You try. Uh-oh, uh-oh. So the end of our phrase now sounds like this. It'll brighten up later on. Now as the front of it'll, we can join the K of think. So it becomes think it'll. Think it'll. You try. Think it'll. And finally, the do and you at the start of this phrase just becomes the j sound. So let's go through this phrase now really slowly and then at normal speed. J think it'll brighten up later on. And now at normal speed, do you think it'll brighten up later on? Can you hear how fast and natural that sounds? Do you think it'll brighten up later on? Try saying this sentence. Remember your connected natural speech. I'm putting my washing out to dry. Do you think it'll brighten up later on? Do you want to go out shopping?
It's raining. Do you think it'll brighten up later on?
Our next English expression is I have no idea. This means you don't know the answer to the question and you can't even guess. Let's look at the first two words, I have. And the first thing we're going to do is change the have to the V sound. So all of have just becomes V. Now change the I to the schwa sound and squash it in front of the V sound so it becomes of. You try, of. Next, we're going to join the no and the idea together with a little w sound. So no idea becomes no idea. No idea. No idea. You try. So altogether we have of no idea. You try. Of no idea. Use that English expression of no idea to answer these questions. How far is my house from your house? How many stars are there? What's my middle name? Why haven't you subscribed to this channel?
It's raining. Do you think it'll brighten up later on?
I've no idea. We have new videos coming out on this channel every week, so click on the bus to subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, thank you very much. Then click on this link for another lesson that's guaranteed to improve your English. I'll see you next time.